Sup guys, welcome to check-in number 33. Shout out to LeBron James and Steph Curry for winning that Olympic gold medal. If you don't know by now, I love basketball, so reminds me of the times when I used to shoot hoops, used to shoot some long threes. Check these out. Some long threes inspired by Steph Curry himself. All right, number one. How am I feeling today? Hey, I'm tired just like yesterday. However, I've handled it a lot better today. And part of that is what we talked about yesterday, where it's just anticipating that these thoughts and these programs are going to arise. They're going to pop up in your head, especially when you're tired and especially in the morning when you're going to get up 4 a.m., get ready for work in the cold. Okay, number two, how am I going on with my journey of self-mastery? And that pretty much just connects on to number one. Things are getting better. I am, again, practicing the disconnection from thoughts, trying to be as aware as possible so that the thoughts don't catch me off guard. And yeah, I noticed I got caught into a thought of procrastination. And the funny thing is, once you've given energy and focus to it, the program runs until it's finished. And even if you're aware of it after the fact, it's almost like you're hypnotized into doing the actions of that program running until it's done. So every morning I have a cold shower, and before I got into the shower, I procrastinated. I don't want to get in a cold shower. I mean, of course, the easy thing to procrastinate to, you never want to get in the cold water, especially at 4 a.m. in the morning. But this one is a little bit more procrastination than usual. I usually just say, fuck it, take a couple of breaths, walk right in. This morning I was like picking out my calluses, and I forgot what the other thing was, but I forgot because I wasn't aware and I wasn't present. And I was just kind of hypnotized, and the moment that I noticed that the program was running is when I was picking my calluses, and I was like, whoa, I'm picking my calluses. Why am I doing this? I gotta just hop in the shower and get ready. And yeah, one of the challenges, look, consequences not too dire. I probably wasted a couple of minutes of my life, but more aware of things. And that's the practice that I am doing today and I'll be doing tomorrow. And that is one of the practices of self-mastery that you have to do, which is recognize the program, write down the program, and be aware and anticipate the program when it comes along. Cool, that's number two. All right, number three, fitness tip for today. I'm gonna go over the nutrition thing again. The macros were 30% carbs, 30% protein, 40% fat. And I want to reiterate the fact how important nutrition is and the difference it can make. It's at least 80% of what your body's going to look like. That's how important nutrition is. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on what my current macros are. My minimum calories is 2,000. So I've set my calories at between 2,000 and 2,500. So the macros that you see on the screen are set at 2,000, and that's the minimum calories that I've got to make sure I get to that minimum calories. However, I'm going to go over this again. Okay, 30% protein is a minimum. I can go over, but I can't go under. 40% fat is a minimum. I can go over, but I can't go under. 30% carbs is a maximum. That's the cap that I'm capped at. I can't go over, but I can stay under. And fat at 40%, that's the minimum. So I can go over, but I can't go under. So let's say I go over my protein and fat for the day. That means that my carbs are a little bit lower than usual and everything kind of works out. And that's kind of the balance that I'm trying to work with here. Usually I'd max out my carbs if I'm having a really intense day working out and I feel like I need it. And you know, you want to get your carbs in. This is an important one too. You want to get your carbs in before your workout. If you're doing something really intense, I'd recommend some fruit or a smoothie. Post-workout, you can do fruits or a smoothie as well. However, if you want to be a little bit more satiated, you can have a meal with some carbs, like some potatoes or sweet potatoes. Or, check this out, fruit or smoothie before, fruit or smoothie after, and then later on when you have a big meal, finish off the carbs with some potatoes or sweet potato, and you'll feel satiated. And as long as you got high protein and high fat, you're going to have the energy and the satiety to get you through the day. And this is the kind of things you have to do consistently for about 3 months to end up looking like something like this, okay? And on your off days, what you want to do is you want to minimize the carbs as much as possible, maximize that protein and fat, because you don't really need carbs unless you're doing high intensity workouts. And yeah, simple as that. Simple as that. Nutrition, it's super important. You cannot reach your goals without it. If you want to look shredded like this, if you want to be aesthetic like this, if you want to have the aesthetics and the performance whilst looking shredded, you need to track your macros. If you're not tracking, you're slacking. So I just wanted to go over that today. I wanted to correct myself from yesterday, and I also want to drill in the point of how important nutrition is, okay? The mindset on this, your mindset has to be, it has to be nutrition first, taste second. So most people are taste first, nutrition second, and that's why most people won't reach their goals. But you need to go nutrition first. I guarantee you, you go nutrition first, you're gonna find yummy things. You're gonna find enjoyable food that fit both categories anyway. That's number 3. Stay shredded like this. Just adding on to the nutrition part as well. So at the moment, I'm dealing with injuries, coming off injury, getting back into training. And because I have the knowledge of tracking my macros, because I'm applying it, I've been able to hold on to a lot of my muscle quality and lean muscle mass. And even though I'm not in the greatest shape that I've been in my life, I'm still in really good shape because I've been hitting my macros pretty much every day for the past nearly 1,000 days in a row. I mean, I've been tracking my food for about at least 10 years, probably close to 12. Here is, okay, this is what my arm's looking like at the moment. But you can see that even though I can't work out extremely hard, that's pretty good for not lifting heavy weights. And that's because I've been able to track the macros and hold on to these. And when I can get back into it, I'm not injured, then I can make even more gains. I also want to give a quick shout out to Go Paleo for feeding my family. My daughters had a very enjoyable meal last night. They said it was so delicious. There they are now. So thank you very much, Go Paleo. My daughters loved the meal. Appreciate it. Appreciate the sponsor. Appreciate you hooking me up. Appreciating you trusting me to share the amazing healthy meals that help people get shredded. There we go. Go Paleo. I also want to give a shout out to Cubitic Skincare. Cubita Skin Care. Check this out. I'm slacking a little bit. See that dry skin? See if you can get it right in the frame. See that dry skin on my hands? So I am going to make a video okay, or a photo of me putting on this cream. You know what? I'm gonna do it now. I'll do this now. I don't know if this video really does it justice, but I'm gonna get the cream busted out right now. Here we are. Now, you saw my, see, it's pretty dry there. If I can get that in the right lighting. I'll get a photo of this, getting a bit late now because I'm getting this on camera. But if you see how dry that is there, I've been slacking on the skincare for my hands. That's what it looks like. Here's Cubita. Pop it on. Double side. Get that on there. Good. And this thing, it's crazy because you give it a minute or two and it's not greasy. You know, a lot of hand moisturizers are quite greasy. Like, for example, you try to drive your car after, you know, most moisturizers you buy, you're going to be slipping on the wheel. This one here, it becomes part of your skin, literally, in a good way. Supple, soft, not dry anymore. Look at that, smooth, clean, sheen, shiny. Where before we had a bit of dryness. So, shout out to Cubita Skincare for keeping my hands and skin and my face nice and moisturized. Number 4, something about my life. If this is not obvious by now, it should be quite obvious. I really like basketball. I actually coach kids in basketball. I mean, how can you not know they like basketball? Here are some videos of me shooting up shots. Very inspired by Steph. Very inspired by Steph Curry at the moment. The whole USA team, LeBron James, KD, shooting those shots, man. And here's some videos of me shooting up my shot, inspired by Steph Curry. In my personal opinion, yes, Lou, I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. In my personal opinion, LeBron James, the GOAT, greatest of all time. Steph Curry, hands down, no argument, best shooter of all time. But he's definitely my favorite player to watch if I'm just sitting back enjoying the game. When it comes to nerding out on basketball, it's amazing to see LeBron just run everything like a wizard. But you put them together in one team and it's a dream team, redeem team. This is the Avengers. Definitely one of my favorite teams. My favorite big 3 of all time. Favorite team to watch. Just, if you can feel the passion, but I love basketball. I love it. I love it. I love swooshes. I love getting swooshes. I mean, you know, some of these videos I'm putting up, there's a video of me getting numerous amounts of swooshes in a row and just being in flow state. And when you're just hitting swish after swish after swish and bucket after bucket and getting threes on people, getting fadeaways on people. Yeah, you have your yogurt. That's all good. Yeah. Okay. You want me to open it? When you're getting threes on people and enjoying the game, it's amazing. So, number 4, just want to share that again. I love basketball. Number 5, life lesson for today. I'm going to touch on something very simple, which is a part of what I'm learning right now. However, it's probably one of the most simple things you can apply to your life right now. Practice, quite easy to do. It is being aware of your thoughts and understanding that when a thought comes into your mind that is negative or can bring you into a lower emotional state, you have the choice not to give it focus, energy, and attention. think about your mind as a garden, and positive thoughts are kind of like flowers and negative thoughts are kind of like weeds. You are the gardener of your mind. You get to choose where the water goes. Remembering, if you give it energy and focus, you will feel the emotion from the thought. So be careful about what thoughts you give your attention and energy to. That is the life lesson for today. Be the gardener of your mind, and the thoughts I don't see, I experience as me. Catch you later.